This community was dismantled for gossiping about you. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, this community was dismantled for gossiping about you. All right. I need somebody to drop in the comments and say, you can only talk about me for so long. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say you can only talk about me for so long. See, when a group or a community or a family or a set of friends or whoever gets dismantled, broken apart, taken away from one another, it's all for your greater good. All right. And honestly, it's for their greater good as well because they're holding themselves back from their purpose. They're holding themselves back from their calling. They're holding themselves back from all that they need and have to do. They're holding themselves back. But I'm going to say this right here, y'all. It works in your greater good because when people stop gossiping about you, it breaks up the union. When people can no longer talk about you, it stops placing evil things in the air about yourself. Remember, y'all, there's life and death in the tongue. And so when he's breaking these groups up, some people may know them as covens. Some people just may know them as negative circles. Whatever the case is, when you are dealing with these type of people who's gossiping and speaking negatively about you, that's a form of witchcraft. And so he dismantles them because he breaks up their union. He dismantles them because he stops them from speaking evil about you. He dismantled them because they're ruining a good and great person's reputation. And if anything that he has is being tormented, is being harmed, is being injured, or being broken down, he's going to do everything in his power to keep it together, to keep it up, to keep it elevating. Therefore, that community, that group, that family, those friends, those random strangers, they have to go. They got to be dismantled. So he breaks them up on purpose. Y'all remember when you was in school and the teacher seen the troublemakers? Yeah. The teacher seen the troublemakers, and the troublemakers made everybody in the class, or almost everybody in the class, get in trouble or get, become distracted, less focused, or made them a troublemaker as well. What the teacher would do is break them up, dismantle them. You gonna sit on this side, you gonna sit on this side. She or he would dismantle the community or dismantle the group because you were a disturbance to everybody else, let alone yourself. All right. So it goes right back to the same thing, y'all. This community was dismantled for gossiping about you. Does that make sense, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. But let's go ahead and get directly into this video. First thing is first, leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. What's good, fam? Now, for those who already watched my other channel, y'all know I'm back from Florida, all right? But your boy's back, y'all, and it feels good to be back. As I said on my other channel, I was on a spiritual journey. So it was a vacation, but it was still a spiritual journey. People were exposed, things were exposed, things that were always around me became revealed. I mean, the list goes on. So when you have a calling, y'all, you can't escape it. You can go all the way to Africa. You can go to Paris. You can go anywhere. It's going to always reveal itself as to what you have to do because when you work for God, you're always on the clock. It's just like being a parent. When you are a parent, ain't no days off, ain't no time off. You got to make that time. And even still, when you have that time, you will always be called in. You follow what I'm saying? And so with that being said, y'all, it was definitely a good trip, but it was still some revealing and exposing that had to happen from a spiritual standpoint, okay? But outside of that, y'all, what your boy had to eat today was a salad, you know what I'm saying, something light, but I am going to get me something from Taco Mac maybe, all right? I think I want to get me an American cheeseburger, okay, with some tater tots as well as a 5 to maybe 10-piece wing, okay? It's time for me to get out that calorie deficit and start, eating my regular calories or else your boy going to turn into 50 Cent from all things fall apart. But anyway, y'all, that's just a little update on me, what I had going on. I'm back from the vacation. What I ate today was some salad. I'm gonna eat something else that's, scrumptious, and we getting right to it, y'all. Y'all drop in the comments, let me know what y'all ate, how y'all day was. If y'all went on vacation, the whole nine, drop it down all down below in the comments, all right? But anyway, let's go ahead and get directly into this banger. First thing is first, y'all. Number one, and I want to let y'all know what I'm saying, right? Why the group was dismantled for gossiping about you, okay? Why this group was dismantled for gossiping about you. Number one, they're breaking up or down what God put together, all right? They're breaking up or down of what God put together. Reno, elaborate. So when I say they're breaking up, think about a divine relationship. All right. God took this person from a whole nother city, from a whole nother country, and brought this person from a whole nother city, a whole nother background, a whole nother country, and put them together and said, I want y'all to develop a covenant. I want y'all to be used as a symbol for true love and romantic divinity, right? When you have family members, when you have friends, and when you have people in general who's trying to break that up, oh man, he's going to dismantle them for gossiping about you. He's going to dismantle them for trying to break up what he put together. All right? Somebody drop in the comments and say, stop playing with my divine. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, stop playing with my divine. And matter of fact, stop playing with my divinity. All right, that's the word I'm looking for. Stop playing with my divinity. But the point is, y'all, is that that's an example of, when they're trying to break up something that God put together. Now, when I say they're breaking down something that God put together, this is what I'm talking about, a called purpose. Most people who's watching this video right now have some form of a calling. All right. If you know that, drop in the comments and let me know. All right. Let your voice be heard down below in the comments, family. But what I want you to understand is that a called person will always be targeted. So guess what God will always do? Dismantle everything and everybody around that called person. All right. So if they're trying to torment, if they're trying to distract, detour, harm, whatever the case is, that called person, he's going to dismantle that group that's doing it. You get what I'm saying? Because they're called. And that's the same thing with yourself, y'all. They're breaking up or down what God put together. This is why that community was dismantled for gossiping about you. Number two, it's all lies. It is all lies. No truth in their rap at all. All right. You know how people say, ain't no cap in my rap? Yeah, y'all, there's a whole bunch of cap in their rap. There's no truth in their rap at all. There's no truth in their story at all. There's no truth in anything that they're saying. There's a reason why defamation of character is a crime. It's literally a crime. You can't just go out here and say, yeah, McDonald's got terrible burgers, or McDonald's is the worst place to eat at, and you start signing petitions to get it shut down, and you start telling lies about it, man, McDonald's will sue you for trying to get them to shut down them double cheeseburgers. They'll sue you, and they're very well in their rights, because it's defamation of character. If you have a business and people are saying, yeah, the Roger business or the Lil Ray Ray business is a bad business, you can sue them for defamation of character. Why? Because if it is a lie, it's defamation. If it is a lie, it is defamation. Okay? Reno, what are you saying right now? It was all lies in the things they said about you. It was all lies in the things they told people about you. It was all lies. No truth in it. And if it was a little teensy-bincy bit of truth in there, they flipped it and still made it a lie. You get what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know, all right? Number three, it's going to be this right here, y'all. They're stirring up confusion. They are stirring up confusion. This is why this community was dismantled for gossiping about you. They were only distorting the views of people who actually respect you, love you, and care for you. All right? They were only distorting the views, the perspectives, and the hearts of people who actually care about you. They were distorting it, trying to cause people to have a blurred vision of you, causing people to have a distorted view of you. When this person know that your character ain't like that. This person know that your heart ain't like that. So everything they saying about you seems unreal. But the reality is, y'all, we are all human. And all it takes is for a person to say it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 many times. All right. And it sound believable too. And it's a little bit of truth that they flipped in it too, stirring up that confusion. Right. But see, I'm sure y'all know about the game. It's called the telephone game. And I believe in China, they call it Chinese whispers, right? But the telephone game is a game where you start off by whispering something in a person's ear, and by the time you get around the whole side of the room, a whole nother side of the room, people start saying something totally different. You may whisper in somebody's ear and said, the pizza is on the way. Somehow, some way, now people are talking about Domino's is better than Pizza Hut. You see how it works? You see how it all come together? It has to be dismantled, all right? It has to be dismantled. When you are righteous, when you are chosen, when you are divine, the things that are confusion is not going to be of your circle. It's not going to be of you. It's not going to be for you. Therefore, the people who's creating it and stirring it up, they're going to be dismantled, all right? They're going to be separated from one another. It's a reason why even the courts and in the legal system, two convicted felons can't be around each other. Yeah, two convicted felons can't be around each other. They look at them as evil geniuses. You get what I'm saying? And so they have to be dismantled because when they come together, it's a possibility that they are strong. You get what I'm saying? And people feel the same way about yourself. See, I'm not saying that you are like the criminals. No, you're so strong to where your enemies have to join together. And so that alliance that they form together and put together, it's strong in a sense, and it can harm, injure, torment you in the moment, momentarily, in the moment, in the meantime, right? And so what happens is they get dismantled, and it only leads to you becoming stronger. Okay, does that make sense, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. They're stirring up confusion. Number 4, they're disobeying their purpose. They are disobeying their purpose. The reality is, y'all, it's no different from a person who's on a job and they begin to disregard their assignment. Every turn around, the boss see them talking to you or talking to somebody else about some gossip or something that's not important. And meanwhile, papers are getting, stacked up. Meanwhile, the truck is not getting filled up with boxes the way it need to be filled up with boxes. In the meantime, work is being, stacked up. All right. And so with that being said, y'all, it's doing them a disservice because they're actually disobeying their own purpose, their own calling, their own assignment, because they're too busy gossiping about you. They had to be dismantled for their own good. Number 5, y'all, it's going to be this right here. To position you in strength. To position you in strength. When you think about Joseph, y'all, the Joseph story, his brothers were strong together, especially when they plotted up that evil plan, sold him into captivity, left him inside the pit, did him dirty. Yeah, did him dirty. But what they didn't know is that Joseph was going to be second to Pharaoh, basically a king. All right, basically a king. Once they got to Joseph, when he was in his calling and when he was thriving and when he was powerful, they were all dismantled. They were weak. Joseph was in a position of power. They were weak. They were the same ones who threw him in that pit, the same ones who sold him into captivity, the same ones who had jealousy towards him, the same ones. Yeah. But by the time they came to him again, and they didn't even know they did not know that it was him. They were weak, in a weak position. In a weak position. In a submissive position, actually. You get what I'm saying? And so what happens is, y'all, they were dismantled to leave Joseph in a position of strength. And that in itself shows when you still have compassion for the people who did you wrong. It still shows your heart. It shows your mind. It shows where your spirit lie. The whole nine. But that group was dismantled. If they were still moving in that same way, it's not to say that they would be stronger than Joseph, but he would not have been able to display how much stronger he was than them individually. All right. But with that being said, y'all, we're going to do a recap and then we'll conclude this video. But number one, y'all, they're breaking up or down what God put together. Number two, it's all lies. Number three, they're stirring up confusion. Number four, they're disobeying their purpose. And number five, y'all, to position you in strength. All right. With that being said, fam, y'all be sure to get you a Yes Sir t-shirt, Yes Sir hoodie, book a one-on-one session with your boy. You can check out any one of my books. Keep a rich mentality. Peace.